Microsoft Open Door event. My name is Ihab Mustafa. I am the country manager for Microsoft Kuwait. Before I will start anything, I would like to congratulate everyone for the Kuwait National Days and Liberation Days. All the best for this country and this population. وإن شاء الله الخير يبقى علينا جميعا. حقيقة Thank you. Open Door is a great opportunity for us as a Microsoft family to get connected with all of you, to hear from all of you. It will give us the opportunity to share with you all the new innovations that is coming and already available from Microsoft. It's a great opportunity for us as a Microsoft family to share with you the latest available technology and do a very important role that I'm personally driving and my team driving within this country, the knowledge transfer. We need to make sure that all the information that we do have will be shared with all of you. We need to make sure that all of you is mastering these technologies and use it in the best way. This is a role that I am committed to, and I know for sure that all my team is committed to. Open Door, this is the second Open Door that we're doing at Kuwait, and the commitment from Microsoft organization and from the Kuwaiti team that this will be the main annual event that we will always do to share with the IT pros like all of you the latest innovations and directions and technologies that are coming from Microsoft. This is a commitment. Inshallah, we will fulfill it, and we will see this event is getting much bigger every year. This will be our yearly event within the country to show our give back to the community and doing the knowledge transfer for everyone. Before I will start, I would like to thank all our partners that are sharing this event with us. We cannot do such successful events without getting the partners with us. We cannot do such knowledge transfer without making sure that all of you will get the end-to-end story. It's not only about Microsoft. We cannot work alone. It's very important that we will share all the experience from our partners to have the valid and relevant story to all of you. Today, we have a very interesting mix of partners. We have multinational partners like HP, Nokia, Lenovo, and Toshiba. And I'm really proud that we have other partners, local and regional partners like Exceed, Arabesque, and InfoCenter, and DR. We're really proud to see our local companies become regional, and they keep growing, and they keep driving this industry. So thank you very much for all our partners who's joining us during this event in order to share with all of you the end-to-end story. I was thinking about what I will do for my opening during today. And I decided after a lot of discussion with my leadership team to start with the final conclusion. And I would like every single person sitting at this room, if you will leave this event at the evening, just to remember 3 things. Please, if you need to remember, not to remember anything, don't forget these 3 things. Only 3. 3 points, very easy. Please make sure you will remember it. Number 1, there is a major transformation happening within the IT industry. The cloud computing became a fact. Either it's a private, hybrid cloud, public cloud. The cloud computing became the new transformation for the IT industry. It is a fact. It's not something that will happen within the coming years. It's not like a buzzword that the multinationals are saying. It is a fact. And it is available within this market today. And during this event, you will practice a lot. So cloud computing is a major transformation that is happening right now. This is the first point. The second point, within this transformation, every single one of you, either he will be a leader or a follower within this transformation. You have the choice, either to be a leader or to be a follower. Very important. This is your chance to lead the whole transformation. If you will not equip yourself with the new technologies that is coming, you will miss the train. So number one, there is a major transformation on IT. Number two, you have the choice as an individual either to be a leader or a follower within this transformation. Number three, we believe as a Microsoft, we do have the right end-to-end technologies that can allow you to be a leader within this transformation and can allow your organization to meet their business objectives. Three things. If you will remember anything at the end of this event, please don't forget these three. And not only not to forget, but try to think, reflect, digest, and do your own plans. If you will miss the train, it will be very fast on the very dynamic and very fast environment to catch the train again. And I need to congratulate all of you again, because the fact that you decided to deduct part of your time and join us during this event, this means that you do understand the transformation. This means that you really need to invest in yourselves and your development. And this means that you will be leaders. Sorry. So, three important things. Transformation, you have the choice to be the leader or the follower within this transformation. And we do believe as a Microsoft that we do have the right technology that can help you to be the leader and help your organization to achieve your business objectives. I would expect that most of you will agree with me on the first and second one. Transformation is happening and I need to be the leader. I can see and I can hear some of you saying, he's a country manager of Microsoft, and he's saying Microsoft has all the right technologies that can help us. What other option he will say as a country manager for Microsoft? So allow me to share the story of Microsoft, who we are, in order to prove what I'm saying, the third point. But please, 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 don't forget the 3 points. Reflect, think about it, create your development plan, connect with us, push us, ask, make sure that you will lead this transformation. Don't allow yourself to be a follower within this transformation because it's happening right now. So who we are? Within Gulf region, we have 47 nationalities. However, I will focus more on Kuwait. I completed my 4th year within this position early Feb as a country manager for Kuwait. When I joined 4 years back, the whole Microsoft Kuwait were 8 people. Now we're 50. By that time, we had like all in all 30 partners, the whole market. Today, 1,500 partners, 1,500 local companies within the Kuwaiti market are working with Microsoft. Can you imagine how many jobs we have been created jointly with them? Can you imagine the impact that they are doing on the developing the economy? We created the Microsoft Innovation Center. So the diversity is not on the nation. I do have within the Kuwaiti office more than 15 nationalities. But it's not about the nationalities. It's not about male or female. It's about the brains that we do have. A lot of diversity for brains. A lot of people who's really committed to this country, committed to this community, and committed to all of you. This is part of the story. What is our commitment to the market? Promoting local economy and creating more jobs. The example of 1,500 partners. This was not an easy job. I started this with my team, and we did a lot of work in order to train the people, make sure that they will be qualified for these jobs. From the other side, we were trying to create the demand, because if you will open a company and there is no demand for the services, it will not work. So we created the demand from one side, we developed the people from one side, and we ended up adding 1,500 local companies within this market, working very hard with us, continue growing their business, continue doing profit, continue adding new jobs to the market. This is something that we're really proud of. The partner ecosystem we talked about, the cloud computing. When we launched the worldwide cloud computing 1 year back, and everyone was using this as a buzzword, cloud, 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 Microsoft committed to do the launch for this technology almost within the same months that we did the announcement within the US and European market. We did it here within the Kuwaiti market. The technology is available. I've been in 16 years at Microsoft. My early days, there was always a gap of 1 year between we announced something at the European market and the US market, and then we announced it in the Middle East. These days, the gap is a week or 2 weeks. That's it. So we're doing like a sequence of events across the whole world. We're starting with New York, then Paris, London, and then you will find Kuwaiti market is coming, one of the top countries that we're launching the technologies. So we're making sure we're doing such events to make sure that we will do the knowledge transfer on the best ever way that we can do. We're making sure that the people within this market are very competitive. They do understand what it does take to use the technology as an enabler, not as an objective. We need to see more of the local community using the technology instead of getting people from outside doing the job and then go out. This is our commitment to this market. So part of the story, the third part of the story, we're moving from being a software company. We're a very successful company. I will not sell Microsoft. Microsoft is Microsoft. However, during these days, because of the cloud and because of my last point when I said I believe Microsoft has the right technologies that can help you to be the leaders and can help your organization to achieve their business objectives. The story of Microsoft these days, we're moving into a new directions. We're moving into to be a devices and services company. Devices and services company. You will see a lot of innovation, around the new devices, between mobile devices, slates, all-in-one. My colleagues will share a lot of stories about these new technologies. It is available here. You will enjoy it and experience during the day. As well, it's available within the whole market, Kuwaiti market. So we're pushing a lot for devices. This is new direction. This does not mean that we'll be a hardware company, but the direction now that we're moving to a lot of devices. We need to enable the new direction of the cloud computing through a lot of these innovative devices. The other thing is services. We are, and I don't mean by services that we will go and do consultation or we will go and do some setup or installation for us. Yes, we do have this. But what I mean by services here, that now, instead, for example, I will give some examples. Instead of, all of you used to install Office like on a CD on our hard drive. Now, it's available today at the Kuwaiti market, and you will hear my colleagues talking about this, that you can get the Office on the cloud. You don't want to have the Office installed in your hard drive. Skype, it's another services from Microsoft. Ping, our search engine, it's on the cloud. SkyDrive, I'm sure a lot of you are using a SkyDrive. Millions of our users worldwide are using a SkyDrive. So a lot of services that we're delivering, you will hear about Windows Azure from my colleagues during the day. You will hear about Windows Tune. A lot of services. We're moving the model of selling the software to delivering services. If you want the service, you will pay for it. If you need to stop, you will stop paying. It's not about buying one time for the Office or the Windows or whatever you want to do, and that's it. You will hear a lot from my colleagues during the day about this new dimension. And this is why I was saying I believe Microsoft have the right technologies and services and devices that can help all of you to lead within this transformation and help your organization to deliver on their business objectives. Since last April, we were very, very busy launching a lot of things, globally and within this market. We launched the new SQL Server. The Office 365 is the version of Office that is available on the cloud. You pay as you go. It's not, a lot of organizations love the concept, I will turn the IT expenses from assets to OPEX. I will pay like a very low fees as far as I'm using. Make sure you will interact with my colleagues who will present this technology. Make sure you will go to the session of productivity to see how you can leverage this technology even on a trial basis. It is fantastic experience. Fantastic experience. A lot of savings. A lot of productivity. It's a new concept of computing. Don't miss it. We launched the Windows Azure, which is the new Windows Server equivalent, where you can develop application on the cloud. It is available today. And you know what? I will share with you, and my colleagues will share with you, a lot of applications that already launched on the cloud from the Kuwaiti market, Kuwaiti companies. Don't miss the opportunity. The new Windows mobile phones, coming from Nokia, very world-class phones that you have the same experience with your laptop, with your slate, with your phone, with your TV, with your Xbox, the same experience. You will use it everywhere. The Visual Studio, where we'll allow our developers to create all these type of applications. The new Office 2013, and Windows Intune, when you can do monitoring for all your systems and all your desktops, not from the local data center, but again from the cloud. A full range of products, a full range of commitments, a full range of people on the ground that really committed to this market. We're not serving the Kuwaiti market out of Kuwait. We're not doing this. We're investing. The company is investing in this market heavily. We will continue investing in this market heavily. We'll continue doing the knowledge transfer. We'll continue to get our latest innovation and technology into the market on the spot. And this is why I'm saying I believe Microsoft has the right technologies, devices, and services that can allow all of you to lead during this transformation. This is why I'm saying that Microsoft has the right technologies, devices, and services that can allow all your organizations to deliver on their business objectives. You will see during today a lot of great devices. I have some examples of them, but I will leave it to my colleagues to talk about these devices and show it to you and how it works. Very cool, very decent. A completely different way of computing and thinking. And when I had these devices for the very first time, I said, I need to do that and this and that. It's not about imitating other companies and getting a touch screen devices. No, this is not the case. This is not the case at all. Yes, we do have the browsing. You can download the internet. You can look at Facebook, at Twitter. But this is not what we're providing today. We're providing a full-fledged laptops where you can apply all the security measures for your organization. Don't tell me that you will go with a device and you will take it into your organization and you cannot apply any security measures. You will not be able to know who's taking the data and who has access to the data. These devices can allow you to do this. Don't tell me that you don't want to monitor the performance. Don't tell me that you don't want to monitor how the employees within the organization are utilizing the assets of IT. This is a full-fledged touch and slate devices based on Windows 8 that can allow you to do all of this. Don't tell me that if you will use a specific device, you will not be able to use any printer. Don't tell me that you cannot insert a USB or copy or paste anything that you want to do. Don't tell me that you will not be able to access a specific data types. These devices from Microsoft based on Windows 8 and a lot from our OEM partners can support all of this. And you will see it during the day. Make sure that you will have a personal experience. Make sure that you will come to my colleagues and look at the devices and try to understand. And because when you will look at these devices and understand the concept, a lot of ideas will come to your mind. A lot of ideas will come to your mind, how you should develop yourself and how you should do the transformation and how you can be leader within this transformation. This is an example of the great apps. And I'm really proud that this applications has been done and designed by local Kuwaiti people. I'm really proud of this. On the same time that a lot of people within the US and European market were developing applications using these new devices and new services from Microsoft, we had people, Kuwaiti people within this market started. So we have Rai, we have the Mall 360, the Kuwait Airport, شركة المطاحن الكويتية, and my colleagues will show you immediately after my opening some of these applications. They will take you through these applications. Great opportunity. Don't miss it. And I will use the example. I'm always excited about visiting the universities. And I'm always excited about talking to our sons and daughters within the universities. And I'm always sharing with them an example saying, if you will come with a good idea and you learn from Microsoft how to develop such applications, then you will put it on the cloud. You will sell it for $1. And it's not about the Kuwaiti market. If you will go to the cloud, you're addressing the whole world. And I'm using the example of China. China is a 1.5 billion population, 1.5 billion population. If someone comes with an idea that will fit this market and he will sell it for us, and only 1 million out of the 1.5 billion bought this application, it's $1 million business. While he's sitting at home. No company, no employee, no CV, no interview. All what these people did, they decided to invest on themselves to attend one of these developing sessions. They decided to understand what does it take to create a new application using these new technologies and devices and services. And then the limit is the sky. How many of those we have within the Kuwaiti market? A decent number right now. And I'm really proud of them. And the commitment from Microsoft will continue developing and supporting these people. And we're willing to support more. How many of the organizations now, your organizations within this market, are deep need for such applications? A lot. But they don't know what to do. I need my application to be available in these devices. And I need my application to be available in a way that I will not tell the customer or the consumer, if you need to use it, you need to go for this device only, or this operating system only, or this mobile only. We cannot live like this. If I'm a chairman and I have a very important application, I need my team to use a technology that will allow me, number one, allow the consumers to use this application from anywhere, any device, anytime. Number two, I don't want any boundaries on where and when and how I will use this application. And this is what we're providing as a company. Great opportunity. This is an example for how you can lead in this transformation and how you can be a follower. If you, again, I'm congratulating all of you for those who are developers. Make sure you will attend the developer track today. You will get a lot of this. You will get a good 60 to 70% of what does it take to create a Windows 8 application. Then your limit is the sky, and Microsoft is available. Come back to us. Ask for more information. Your limit is the sky, and don't limit your thinking. It is only the Kuwaiti market. You can, once we go to the cloud computing, it's a completely different dimension. Come with the idea, invest in yourself during such event, and then do whatever you want to do. You will lead for sure. You will lead for sure. This is some examples for a lot of cloud services that Microsoft is delivering. I talked about the Skype, the Office 365 on the cloud, the Bing, Xbox Live, the Outlook.com, which is equivalent to the Hotmail now, Windows Azure, which is a development platform, and I'm sure there is a lot of discussion will be around this. This is our story. This is why I was saying I believe that Microsoft has the right technologies and services that can allow all of you to lead within this transformation, that can allow your organization to deliver on their business objectives. 3 things, don't forget. Transformation is happening. You have the choice either to lead or be a follower. And we believe, after I shared the story with all of you, that Microsoft has the right technologies, devices, and services that can allow you to lead or be a follower. And I'm sure all of you would like to be the leaders. And I gave some examples. So what is in the store? What we have during today? We have 3 tracks, 15 sessions, a lot of devices and application you will see. We have the Partners Pavilion on the other side, across the door. Please go and visit. All Microsoft team will be available during the whole day. Let's connect with each other. Please give us feedback. Let us hear from you. The bad, the good, the ugly. We need to hear from you. Please give us the feedback. We're trying to improve. We're committed to your success. So this is a very high level, the agenda. We have 3 tracks. The developers, who's excited about the Windows 8 application and creating these applications, please go to the developers track. Productivity the people who's responsible and would like to lead increasing the productivities for their organizations and using the new concept of Office 365 and the new Office and Link, and there is new technology. Make sure whoever will attend this to hammer my colleagues, Asad and Muhammad Zaid, new technology called Yammer. Make sure you know what is it. It's an outstanding technology that came out from Microsoft that can allow the organizations to have more productivity. Whoever is interested to be the leader for productivity and increasing the productivity within his organization, please join the productivity track. And make sure you will ask about Yammer and what is it. The last session, the third track will be about hypercloud, which is mainly around the combination between a private cloud. If you need to create your own data center and this person who's owning the data center, either you need to build the whole data center on-premise at your organization or at the cloud, all to have the hybrid model, which is very unique for Microsoft. Now Microsoft is delivering technology that can allow the organization to have part of the data center on-premise, other part of the data center on cloud, and both of them are talking to each other, but the end user will not feel anything. So 3 different tracks. All of them are very, very valuable. All of them will help all of you to lead within this transformation. So it's your choice now to decide where to go for the rest of the day. So in order to emphasize my story, we thought about getting one of our top customers and very big organization within this country, and I'm sure the National Bank of Kuwait is something that is an organization that the whole Kuwaiti country are proud of. It's one of the biggest and largest banks, not only within the Kuwait market, but within the whole Middle East and even on a worldwide level. So we thought of getting one of the leaders, top leaders within this organization, to share with all of you his experience about how he used the information technology as an enabler to address all the challenges that a big organization like MBK is facing. So please help me welcoming Shaji George, the Head of Services Support at MBK. Shaji, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being with me here. So Shaji, let's start very quick. I need to go directly to the topic. If you can share with the audiences what are the main challenges, the business challenges that a big organization like MBK were facing during the last period.
Thank you, Hab. Good morning, everybody. NBK, basically, 2.5 years back, we had completed a major core banking transformation project. And when we analyze on how to handle this from an IT perspective, we found out that there was a huge growth in capacity, in demand from business. Basically, NBK, if you look at it, NBK has 69 branches locally and presence in more than 12 countries. And to handle this growth, it was impossible to utilize our technologies. There was no way we could handle this. So the challenges were basically meeting business growth. There was no capacity. Our technologies at that time could not cater for this from a business perspective. And if you look at it, and to be very frank, we being IT people, we also have IT limitations as well. Some of them are cost. We took back an analysis and we found out that there was huge cost in terms of licensing, huge cost in terms of managing our infrastructure. There was no centralized management. There was a huge operational cost, such as, taking an example, taking backups, taking restores, doing any sort of operational activities, administration tasks. We had huge infrastructural challenges. We had to invest much in our backend. I'll just give an example. Networks, for example. Cablings. These are all, although there are small things, but they do add up. So if you look at these, there were business side challenges, which is catering for business growth, capacity to handle the demand, and secondly, IT challenges, which I listed out, operational challenges, administration challenges, cost, licensing. And we all know, our management, anybody in this room would agree with me that we all look forward to cut cost. And cost is a major factor down there as well. So these were the challenges that we had encountered.
It seems that you had a long list of challenges.
Yes.
And I'm sure most of the audiences within the organization will have a similar, more or less, challenges. So can you share with us how you use the information technology as an enabler to address these business challenges?
So 3 years back, we made a very crucial decision to deploy virtualization in our bank. As we all know, right now, virtualization is the foundation of cloud computing. There's no doubt about it. And, well, the buzzword cloud, as Ihab, you were saying, this word wasn't there 3 years back, although it was just coming up. But we made a crucial decision to move to virtualization. Now, I listed a list of challenges a few seconds back. And to address those challenges, virtualization basically solves the problem. With the help of virtualization, we became a business enabler. We could cater for the business growth at any point of time. At any point of time, we could just keep on adding servers, removing servers. We could manage them properly. Our cost came down. If you look at it, at that time, I'm going a little bit into technical, but we had the concept of Windows Enterprise Edition licensing, which really saved us a huge amount of money. And even if you look 3 years back, everywhere, almost everywhere, we had the concept of one application per server. But we could deploy consolidation and group them all together. And administration became very, very easy for us. But administration from an IT perspective, for a business perspective, we could cater for their growth at any point of time. If you look at the old stuff, when business always required when they required services, we had to map them to IT, which was we have to deploy servers. There's to be a long procurement cycle, quotations, catering for the server procurement process, etc. Well, now it was much easier. So we became a business enabler. Secondly, we could do more with less. Definitely, that was another key advantage over here. With a small server estate, we could handle the business growth. So that was an important thing. Another crucial decision was the support. Well, we are in a Microsoft seminar, and I had to tell the truth that Microsoft has a very robust support model. And that was another important decision that we took to enable the virtualization. So it was a real big decision that we took 3 years back. We deployed successfully virtualization, and we are running on it right now.
Thank you very much. So Shaji, if you would like to leave the audience with one last comment from your side or advice, what will be this one?
A difficult question, though, but I would say to make use of this technology. And there's a lot that can be offered, in fact. Even we as NBK, we are in that journey, actually. And maybe I missed a point, but I should have told about the next steps that we plan to do as well. So there's a lot of technology down there. There's dynamic data center, and there's a lot of dynamics that you can involve using this technology down here. And don't miss this opportunity. It really does a lot of savings to your organization, a lot of technology enhancements, a lot of inspiration for the technical team as well, and for the business as well. It's not just technical, but it's for us to handle the business need and the business growth.
Good. Shaji, thank you very much for your insight. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Now, allow me to invite a dear colleague to me on the stage, my colleague, Michael Mansour. Michael is the Gulf director for the developers evangelism. So, Michael, please, can you join me on the stage? I will surprise him with a question we didn't agree on before. So, part of the commitments that we're saying for the Kuwaiti market on the knowledge transfer, the Microsoft Virtual Academy. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how many people use this. Can you raise your hand if you use the Microsoft? Very few. Mm-hmm. Can you share with them? It's a great opportunity to share with them what is this.
It is. It's a great program. It's available to you. MicrosoftVirtualAcademy.com is the website. You can go there and on your own time get skilled up on Microsoft technologies from level 100, level 200, and it goes across the spectrum. So we've had programs like Azure, like SQL Server, anything for IT professionals, and recently we've added a lot of great content for Windows 8. And we see people attend in the thousands, and it's just great to see people get the courses and get certified.
Good. Make sure to use this. Microsoft Virtual Academy. It's a really, really very nice classes. It's a free of charge. Go to the internet. You will take the class as much as you want. You can stop now, continue tomorrow, right, Michael? And then at the end, you will get some sort of certifications.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're looking at an exciting certification for today for someone special in the audience who has been on the program and has really benefited, advancing their career to best leverage Microsoft's technology you have.
So it's an honor for me and Michael to announce the winner and the person who decided really to develop himself to be the leader using this one, and we honor to award him during today. Luai, please join us. Mabruk. So, Michael, would you like to hand over? Thank you. Mabruk.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. So, by this, it's the end of my opening. 3 messages. Don't forget, please. Transformation is happening. You have the choice to be the leader or a follower. And after all this story that I shared with everyone, and you will continue during the day and attend one of these 3 tracks, we believe as a Microsoft, we do have the right technology that can help all of you to be the leaders and lead within this transformation. أنا بشكركم على حسن استماعكم وإن شاء الله نشتغل معاكم و I am committed on behalf of myself and my team. متشكر جدا.
Thank you, Ihab. Aren't these great times for us? All of the new and emerging technology that we get exposed to. It's interesting when you wind the clock back about 30 years ago, it's hard to believe that Microsoft emerged with its first version of Windows, Windows 1. I don't know how many people here can remember Windows 1, but that fulfilled Bill Gates' vision of having a PC in every desktop, in every home. And you fast forward 10 years later when we came out with Windows NT, which allowed for the devices to proliferate into the enterprise space so we could be productive as well with Microsoft's tools, leading with programs like Microsoft Office. But the world is changing. The world has really gone mobile, and it's gone particularly touch mobile. So we look at PC sales, and I would say that PC sales have been fairly steady over the last year and a half. But wow, the numbers are really growing for tablets, for mobile devices. People are getting mobile. And so they turn to Microsoft and ask the question, what is happening with Windows platform to help us get there, to be part of what Ihab called the transformation? And how can Microsoft give me choice with great devices that I don't otherwise have on other platforms? And the answer is fairly simple. The answer is really around Windows 8. And Windows 8 gives you that choice. It's a no-compromise operating system. You can have a 7-inch PC, a 10-inch tablet, an 11-inch tablet. You can get devices from Acer, from Lenovo, from Asus, Toshiba, HP, Nokia. The list goes on and on. For every $1 Microsoft makes, our partners make $8.70. We really are a member of the broader IT community as we are partners to our customers here in Kuwait. But of course, seeing is believing. Seeing the device is what really counts, and seeing Windows 8 is what really matters. And so it's time for a demo. We have a person here from the Kuwait market that's excited to share with you a demo. Please give a nice hand for Shaima Al-Turkait.
Thank you, Michael. السلام عليكم. أول شيء حبيت أرحب فيكم بالمرة السنة الثانية لأوبن دورز. السنة اللي طافت لما التقينا وياكم وريناكم شنو إمكانيات ويندوز 8 قبل لا ينزل بالسوق. والحين طبعا متوفر ونرحب مايكل بالكويت وراح نوريكم ديموز على بعض البرامج اللي متوفرة بالسوق وبعض الأجهزة.
Shaima, the numbers on Windows 7 are compelling. Over 600 million licenses were sold. But now we're making the transition from Windows 7 to Windows 8. What's the biggest change?
So the biggest change is basically that you get the best of both worlds. You get your desktop view for Windows 7 so that you can run your legacy applications. All right? And then you also get the Metro, or the modern user interface, that allows you to view all of your applications that you install on your front screen seamlessly, and then you get the live tiles.
So we have a view for Windows 7. That's Windows 7 built on top of Windows 8, not the other way around. But why do we have the two separate screens? What's the difference?
The difference is, on the desktop view, you can basically install your legacy applications. You can work on Visual Studio if you like. You can work on your Microsoft Office documents, or if you have Windows 8 Pro, you can actually install your .exe applications and then run them smoothly. With the modern user interface, you have the applications on tiles, and then you can group them. You can zoom out and rearrange your applications as you like. And this will give you a quick access to all of the data that you want on your front screen.
So that's really great. So you have now a tablet in your hand that can have high-powered applications like a Windows Server, as you mentioned, Visual Studio. So it is a full PC built into a tablet. But you do have tiles here, live tiles. Why do we have the live tiles?
So the live tiles are a really great way to push data onto your screen without going to your application. If you're using the calendar, you will be able to see the latest appointments and the latest meetings as you go on the screen without even getting into the app. Same thing with the weather and the news applications and your emails. So data will be pushed continuously as long as you're online, and you'll be able to receive all the new updates.
Fantastic. Now, so there are different flavors of these devices. We've heard of ARM, clearly, which is the RT version for Windows, and we've heard of the x86 64-bit, which is the classic architecture. What's the difference between the two?
So if you're looking for a long battery life and you only want to use applications from the Windows Store, the great solution for you is to stick to a Windows RT device. Now, if you want to use it for a really more powerful workstation kind of environment, and you want to install your own applications, whether it's your line of business applications on the desktop, integrate it with extra security features, you might want to go with a Windows 8 Pro device.
It's interesting, when you wind the clock back 5-6 years ago, there were no app downloads from stores. It's amazing how things have changed. According to IDC, we've seen 85 billion app downloads last year. That's a staggering number. Shaima, can you walk us through some of the applications already available on Windows 8?
So once you install Windows 8, it comes pre-installed with the basic apps that include your Mail app, your calendar, your music store with the Xbox and the video store. And it also comes with the Windows Store where you can access thousands of applications. There are global apps that include WordPress or the news applications or Amazon. So there are tons of those applications. And then there are some local apps that we want to showcase as well. For example, in Kuwait, we have a Rai newspaper, we have 360 Mall, we have Kuwait Airport. And I want to showcase one quick app here that gives you, in a very nice design and an easy way to access the latest data. So you can see the arriving flights, and then you can swipe down and look at the departing flights. If you click on one of the trips here, you'll be able to see the trips departing and flighting, weather, the time schedule, and everything else. If you swipe back, you can move around the application as you wish. Another application I want to showcase is a Rai newspaper. And basically with this app, you can see all the latest newspaper updates. If you pinch and zoom in the screen, you'll be able to look at the categories and then quickly reach out to the category that you want to read. You can click on an article, and it'll pull out from the web the latest article that you want. Now, for some developers, they kind of use the extension and the capabilities of Windows 8. If you swipe from below, you will get an extra app bar that gives you more features. Here we have some accessibility features that increase the font size, so if you want it to appear bigger. Or you can click on the link here, al-marja', to go back to the web link and get the exact resource. If you pull out the charms from the right side menu, you'll be able to share this article. So I can click on share, I can click on mail, and what it will do is it will take the content from the article that I'm reading, and then I can just send it to my colleague and basically just email it to Abir or anybody who I wanted to send it to. So this is a really cool way where you can use the capabilities of Windows 8 modern applications and then add those features directly to your app without coding it by hand from scratch.
So those are sort of nice consumer applications that are international, that are local. But how about if I'm a company and I have applications that I want to build internally? I made an investment in Dynamics, I have Link, SQL Server. Can I build internal line of business apps for Windows 8?
Well, definitely. So there are a lot of companies that want to have line of business applications installed. And here are some examples and demos for like a medical clinic where they want to create an application for their physicians and for their nurses and to monitor and keep track of their patients. So if I click here, I'm a physician, I want to see a list of patients, the status of each one, which room they're in, get some more details and information about them on a very big screen and easy for touch capabilities. And it'll give me, if you look up here, there's a notification bar, so it'll notify me for any important alerts.
That's great. So you take what you already have invested in today through our platforms and make Windows 8 the presentation layer. It's the experience that puts everything together and helps your business execs be mobile, helps your IT professionals have access to technology, whether on a PC or on a tablet, and it's exactly the same operating system. So that's a device you have in your hand. Let's walk over here and look at some of the cool devices we have from our partners.
So there are many devices that you can have a look at. This is one of the devices, and it's a Toshiba satellite device. And basically, it has a convertible Ultrabook where you can actually slide in the keyboard. The keyboard is not here, but basically you can attach it to a keyboard or use it as a touch device directly, as I did with the previous device. It also comes with a Core i5 processor, so it'll give you the full performance of a workstation device that you can carry with you. And it comes with multiple USB ports and HDMI port that'll allow you to extend and receive data from different devices or flash memories. It'll also come with a full keyboard and a front camera and a back camera with like 3 megapixels resolution. So it'll give you like a really great experience.
And over here we have the HP Elite Pad.
Yeah, so this is basically a very simple device that doesn't have any ports on the device itself, but once you dock it, you'll be able to extend it with the USB ports and the Ethernet and any other ports that you like. It comes with an Intel Atom processor, and the resolution is a little bit lower than the HD device. It comes with 2 gigabytes of memory and 32 gigabytes of hard disk storage space. The last device over here we have is the Lenovo device, X2. And this is a very lightweight device that comes with its own stylus in the device. And this device will allow you to create, with clear screen capabilities, 3G support. It'll have native Office support for the device directly. And basically what you can do is, after the keynote session, you can go outside and find our students that are wearing the orange shirt. They'll be walking around with different models of the different devices. You can actually take a hands-on experience, try them out, see which one you like best, and then you'll find it in the local markets.
Thank you, Shaima. So that's a chance for us to get productive with a tablet, certainly the most productive tablet in the industry. And how about we take that a bit further with something called Windows To Go? Now, Windows To Go is a new feature exclusive to Windows 8, which is, as the name implies, you take in an operating system and you put that OS on a USB. So your USB is more than just a device that carries data. It has a built-in operating system. So think of the applications that opens up. A simple one could be if you have kids and they're carrying their PC to school. Wouldn't it be great that your son or daughter could take that on a USB, plug into any arbitrary device in the school, and boot from it? Think if you have contingency staff or vendors that you don't want them to have full access to your corporate and all that valuable secure data, this is a way for them to actually have access, but it is restricted kind of access. Or because of BYOD, bring your own devices. A lot of people are bringing in their own hardware, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a laptop. Wouldn't it be great that you can give that employee a USB key that they can plug into their own personal device and boot off of it? That's exactly what Windows To Go gives you. So there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you want to know more about Windows 8, please attend the Windows session later on today. Certainly is a big operating system that was released on October 26th of last year. So that's a look at Windows. And now we're going to shift to another flavor of Windows, which is the phone. And for that, I'd like to share this video.
This is Lumia, the world's best business smartphone. Other phones might do business, but if your business is running Microsoft, it's time to switch to the phone where Microsoft comes as standard. Everything is here straight out of the box. Outlook and Exchange, PowerPoint, Word and Excel, SharePoint and Lync, making it easy for your team to edit, save, and share on the move, as well as stay up to date with networking and news through great business apps. Lumia is a perfect fit for business too, with flexible and feature-rich security, from hardware-accelerated encryption and secure boot through to malware prevention, information rights protection, and device management. Expect no problems fitting it straight in with your existing systems and Microsoft PC environment. Lumia is a phone built to do more, be it business on the move with built-in Nokia Drive and best-in-class navigation, or business for longer with all-day battery and wireless charging. It's everything your team needs to stay productive, informed, and in sync. Don't compromise. Switch to the world's best business smartphone today.
That is the Nokia Lumia 920, a great device. It's a device that Shaima has in her hand. Shaima, tell us a bit more about this device of Windows 8 in particular.
So this is the Nokia Lumia 920, and basically what I first want to show you is the front screen. Before you unlock the device, you'll get the same interface you get on a Windows 8 device when it comes from your tablet. So it's kind of a seamless integration. So you see the date and the time and then your next appointment, and you'll get some notifications at the bottom for the messages and the emails. What's new with Windows Phone 8 is that it has the Kids Corner, which allows you, if your phone is unlocked and your kids start playing with your phone, they can get access to the games and the applications that you allow them to play with. So they won't go into your inbox and start sending emails or anything.
Okay, and of course there is Arabic support now on the phone.
There's full Arabic support, so you can write your text in Arabic and you can read as well as you browse your applications.
Okay, so that's the software itself. On the hardware, what's different about a Nokia phone?
So the Nokia phones come pre-built with some Nokia apps like Nokia Drive and Nokia City Lens that allow you to get easy access to the latest places. You can explore different places. If I want to look for the nearest restaurants around here, so you can click on it and it will directly show you what are the apps, what are the locations and places around you based on your location. So you can see it here. It'll give you like a 3D camera view. So this is just one of the applications that are available with the Nokia phones, as well as the camera lenses that allow you to take pictures, 3 pictures at the same time, so you wouldn't miss a smile or you wouldn't get anybody blinking in the pictures.
Very cool. So if I take this device and I plug it to a PC, can I access the data on it?
Well, definitely. There is a Windows Phone app that you can install and synchronize to your desktop PC or even to the modern interface of Windows 8. And that way you can drag and drop any music file or Word document or anything you want to access onto your phone's drive.
Okay. I'm just being mindful of time because I know there's another presentation coming up. Last question, Shaima. Can you show us some great applications on the phone?
So there are a lot of built-in applications that come out of the box with Windows Phone, just like they do on Windows 8 tablets. But also we have some local apps here that you've seen some of them on Windows 8, such as the Chamber of Commerce. And then there's iKuwait and PIC, and then Kuwait Blogs Aggregator that allows you to read the latest blog feeds, finding the nearest gas station, or QLender, which is a calendar event in Kuwait. So if you click on any of the applications, what it'll do is it'll go online, pull data from their website, allow you to navigate and read the latest news, whether it's in English or in Arabic. You can interact with it, you can email them, you can change the language settings. So all of these features that developers have attended our workshops, learned how to build these apps, and created them for their companies. So you can do that, of course, today with Eduardo's sessions.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Shaima. So that's a look at the different user experiences we have on the phone and on a tablet and PC. And it feels like the same experience. If you go to an Xbox as well, you can see it's the same kind of user interface with these tiles. And we think that everyone's going to really enjoy what's new with Windows 8. Now, that's a look at great devices. I can consume content, whether I'm communicating with you on Skype or I'm consuming a video from YouTube, but I can also be productive from anywhere using great tools from Office. And I can have those Office tools on my PC. I can have them in the cloud with Office 365. Ihab did make mention of our partners. We also have Fast Telco, which is the first ISP based here in Kuwait that is offering Office 365 services to all of us, and certainly worth looking into. We hope you enjoyed the session on Windows, and as we get into productivity tools, we want to share one video with you about what's new and exciting.
morning, everyone. What can I say? The last 6 months for us at Microsoft have been fantastic. Windows 8, Windows Phone, Yammer, SkyDrive, Skype, and there's so much more coming. Obviously, Office. Now, I've been speaking with a lot of customers and partners about Office, and I want to clarify one thing before we get into the demos. Office is not a product. No, it's not. Office is a platform. Yes, Office has Word, Office has Excel, but there's so much more to Office, and I need to show that, and that's what we're going to do in a demo in a bit. Now, when we enhanced our product with a new version of Office, we looked at one key pillar of our business, and that is productivity. How you guys can be productive in your day-to-day business. And if you see with what's going on in our lives with technology, we're using technology and devices in so many different ways today. We're using it at work, at play, at home. I mean, if I use some words, we like, we Skype, we Bing, we check in, we check out, we hashtag. There's so many things we're doing. And with this whole movement of having technology on all the time, everywhere, we came up with this mantra in the Office Labs of our vision of productivity. And that is to provide you information anywhere, on any device, all the time, anywhere in the world. And I can assure you there's no other company that's going to give you that promise. Now, I like to use this next slide as an analogy of how we're consuming and being productive with devices. When you're using a smartphone today, I use the analogy of food, obviously, because I think we can all associate with food. When you're accessing information on a smartphone, I call it like a snack. It's a quick bite. You quickly look at an email, somebody sends you an action item, and you move on with your day-to-day business. If you want to consume more information, for example, you want to check your email details, you want to go on your stock quotes, check the news, you're consuming a little more. So I like to call that you're dining in, you're having a full dinner. But then, when you want to create, when you want to put some muscle and create and cook your own information, you need a bit more of a muscle. And that's where you're going to use a PC. And that's the beautiful thing about Office, because we do it as part of choice. It's up to you how you'd like to use the new Office. You can have Office still traditionally on your desktop, or you can have it on the cloud. Now, Office for consumers came out on January 29th globally, so you can go today to a store and pick up a copy of Office. It was available as a volume license for businesses in the last 4 weeks. But an important milestone happened for us in the Office team 6 months ago for the Gulf. And that is, we introduced Office 365 as a subscription to the markets in the Middle East. And I wanted to quickly talk about that, what's so special, and why Office as a subscription is something we should all be looking very closely to consider in our usage. So with Office as a subscription, you get per user licensing. That means if you subscribe for O365, which is one annual payment, you can use it across 5 devices that you own. I can guarantee you today you have more than one device that you own. You have a smartphone, probably have a laptop, and most likely by now, you already have a tablet. Roaming, how would you like to go and access your documents wherever you are? Let's say you are on page 3 of your Word document, you switch off, and you're on your way to work, and you stop by a coffee shop. How would you like to pick off on page 3 of Word right on your phone? And that's the power of roaming. With subscription, you will never need to upgrade to Office again, ever. It will always be part as long as you're subscribed to Office. Easy installation, 2 minutes. You can go to any PC, install the client for Office, takes 2 minutes, and get going with your day-to-day business. And Office on demand, it's wherever you go. Again, that seamless vision of productivity I just spoke about, experience across devices, access information wherever you are, that's exactly how we've developed Office. Ladies and gentlemen, Office in the new version is not just improving the ribbons and the graphical interface and making it cuter. It's a whole revamp of how we're looking at our business. So let's get cracking in it. I have my partner in crime, Mohammed Zaid, our solution specialist, who's going to kind of show us what is so cool about the new Office. Zaid.
Thank you so much, Asad. Right, so we're going to lock it out. So we're going to have the demo live on Office, on the new Office. My name is Mohammed Zaid. I work at Microsoft Kuwait as, this is part of the demo. So my name is Mohammed Zaid. I work at Microsoft Kuwait as the Productivity Solution Specialist. And I'm managing the Office, the whole different Office suite applications. So let's move to my user on this PC. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to have an organized demonstration across all the different Office applications. And we're going to start with one of the most used applications that analysts are saying is basically 70% of the time we spend our time on during the work, which is supposed to mean that we spend more time on Outlook than we spend more time at home. It has to be very beautiful, right? It's like, so this is the new Outlook. You can see that Outlook is clean, bright. You can see as well that the ribbon is not there. Actually, the ribbon is there, but this Outlook is optimized for touch, so I'm using my hand now. And as you can see, once I click on any of the ribbon commands, it just shows the ribbon right away. But at the same time, one of my favorite stuff that Microsoft have added within the new Outlook is the ability for you to reply within the email. So as an example, I'm using my hand as well. I'm saying reply. It replies right away without opening a new window. I can say, please find attached the document. Then I try to send it out. Oh, Office is smart. It tells me there is no attachment out there, right? So what do you think about that? Is it cool? Right, so this is one of the stuff that we have added. We have added the ability for Outlook to be very smart, but at the same time, what we thought of, what about we make our developers develop apps for Outlook, for WinWord, and so on. So now, you might have heard of this. We have launched Office Store online.
Right.
So we have the different applications for Microsoft Office. Developers can go and build their own applications. Let me show you one of the nice applications that we have. This is an email that I received from someone. And in the email, there is an address. Look into Outlook, how to recognize that.
So basically what you're saying is that if somebody sends me an email and there's an address on it, that it'll automatically show up in Bing Maps?
Yeah, it automatically shows the Bing Maps. As you can see, it pops up Bing Maps right away within the email. But that doesn't supposed to mean that this has to happen on Outlook. We have Outlook web app. What about that as well? So we needed these apps as well to run everywhere, on the web, on the desktop. And as you can see here, this is...
How does it look on the web? Is it different?
It's the same. This is Outlook web app. What do you think about that? This is the same exact app is running as well in the browser. So across all the different devices, different browsers, this is something that we made sure to have. Now, one of the things as well in Outlook are the peaks. So if you hover the mouse over any of the content, rather than just only opening the content, right away it will show you a peek of that content. So as an example, the calendar, it will show me a peek of the calendar. The calendar definitely, it's optimized for the touch. So if I zoom in, I zoom out, it automatically recognizes that. Now, moving forward from Outlook, this is Microsoft Excel. And if you think about Excel, what we needed to make sure in Excel that you need to do things much faster. And to do that, we introduced a couple of features. I'm going to show two. If you're going to see more, you're going to see them within the new Office session. Let me show you one of the nice features that we added. We call this autofill. So as an example, if I want to have two texts coming from two cells, and I need the autofill automatically to recognize that. So if I say the mix, then I say as an example, broken, 35, then lost, wow, what happened? Excel right away autofilled all the cells because it knows that I'm writing the first text of this column and the number from here. It automatically attached the two texts and autofilled the whole cells. What do you think about that? One more one. I'm going to select multiple cells here and see what's going to happen. There is an icon. I'm using my finger here. So there is an icon out here that will show me a sneak peek of what I can do over these cells. As an example, I can see the colors. I can go to the charts and I can see a preview of the chart before applying it. I can even go to the tables and have a pivot. I can see how the pivot will look like before having that. So those are two nice features. Definitely there are other features that we're going to show later on today. Now, moving to an application that I personally love. This is my profile. Definitely not the picture is me, but this is my profile on SharePoint. And if you look into SharePoint, SharePoint comes today like a social hub. And it's not only a collaboration tool. It's not only an enterprise content management tool. It's the best enterprise content management tool in the market, but it's not only that. SharePoint now can work as your storage in the cloud. So with Office 365, you can have your files following you everywhere you go. So this is my profile, and I can see immediately there is something called SkyDrive Pro. So you have mentioned the SkyDrive. If you don't know SkyDrive is our consumer offering. It provides our consumers with 7 gig free online. But what we needed to do in SharePoint, we needed to make sure SharePoint can have something called SkyDrive Pro, which means that the same exact features that you have within SkyDrive, we can have them here. In fact, we needed to do more. So we said, all right, this is your SkyDrive Pro, might be on Office 365 or on your premise. You can sync, and you can have an offline access right away to what you have synced. So if you look into here, I can see the same exact folder on the cloud right away on my PC. If I update something, it gets updated right away. The same thing on your premise. But one thing that we added as well, we said, all right, we needed SharePoint to be much easier for people to play with it. So as an example, if I come here and I say that I need to upload this document, or I need to upload any other document, like this picture as an example, I can drag and drop right away. That's it. That's how cool SharePoint's becoming.
Wow, that's amazing. So are you saying that SkyDrive is just like a hard drive in the cloud, basically?
Yeah,
it's my storage space?
Exactly. Wow. And the thing is basically the ideas that comes and the scenarios that you can have with that is amazing. Let me give you this scenario. So as an example, if I go to Microsoft WinWord, and I have finished a document at the office, then I come back to my home, and I wanted to open that document. So as an example, I need to run that document. As you can see, the document will be loaded right away from the cloud. By the way, I'm running live the cloud on Office 365 tenant, so I'm opening a document right away in the cloud. WinWord is becoming smart. It tells me that, oh, welcome back. Pick up where you left off. So if I go here, it tells me that you stopped here on page 9, so continue from there. What about that? Right, but not only this. What we needed to do with WinWord, we said, all right, you are authoring content, but we needed to make sure that the content is rich. So as an example, I can go to insert now with WinWord. I can say online video. I can say Kuwait. And hopefully this video is good. Right, I'm running a video from WinWord. What about that? An embedding video within WinWord. So you can imagine the type of scenarios that you can have, authoring content that is really interactive with the people. But one more thing, somebody else wants to work with me. So Asad, seems to be that you are working with me on the same document.
That's right.
Yeah, Asad is here. So Asad's name is Alex now. All right, so Asad is basically online. And I can see Asad online. He's working with me on the same document. And he might be working on some of the sections within the document. And I can definitely, when I move on, I can see that Alex is here. I can hover the mouse. And because of Link integrated natively within Microsoft Office, I can immediately have a chat with Asad and say, hi, Asad. Alex, all right, okay. What do you think? And then we can continue collaborating with each other. This is the way how we believe that collaboration has to be. Moving forward, this is my SkyDrive. I'm uploading the documents. If I hover on any document, without opening the document, Office Web Apps can take care of reviewing the document before opening it. And because SharePoint is optimized for touch, you can see me playing with the touch on the document, and I can review the document without opening it. So this is another feature as well is enabled. SharePoint is an enterprise content management. It can run as a document management, completed document management systems for the organizations. Now, one thing I wanted to show as well is what about we co-author an Excel sheet? How is the co-authoring an Excel sheet? So I'm going to open this Excel sheet right here. And when I run this Excel sheet, one of the things that you will notice, it opens in the browser. So if I'm on the go, I just need the browser to have the Excel sheet running. One of the things that I will show you now, I'm going to edit the Excel sheet live. So I'm going to go to the Excel sheet, edit in Microsoft Web App. And you can see two people are working on the Excel sheet. What's going to happen here, you can see that while I'm looking at the sheet, Asad, can you please modify some numbers? Asad is modifying some numbers. Asad is coloring some cells. I can see that. So Asad is saying, hi, Zayed. Right, fantastic. This is a live demo. We are connecting through the Office 365. We are connected through different machines on a 4G, and we have the live kind of like changes. What about that? This is not cool, right? Okay.
So imagine the scenario. Imagine the scenario where you had to work on an Excel sheet. Let's run through a quick scenario. I want to make a change to an Excel sheet he's been working in. He's in a different city. You're going to have to send him the same sheet in an email. I'm going to make the changes, send it back to him in an email. He's going to consolidate his feedback. All of that, how much time have we just saved by collaborating right there live on the fly? And the best part is, it's all in the cloud. So if he's walking to a meeting with that laptop, and God forbid he slips and he breaks that laptop, that doesn't mean the file's gone. It's still in the cloud. You can access it anywhere. That's beautiful, I think.
Yeah, it's amazing. This is the new news feed feature within SharePoint. And if you look into the news feed, think of it as your Facebook. You know that we have acquired Yammer. We didn't pay that much, just only $1 billion. So once we acquired Yammer, we wanted to make sure that Yammer is integrated as well with the SharePoint. So imagine that you can have a full Facebook in the enterprise. This is the way how you can describe it. And if you can see SharePoint in news feed feature, I can see people, I can like, I can reply, I can even hashtag or hashtag for the people who like Twitter. This is all enabled right away from SharePoint.
So why would I use social? I mean, Ihab mentioned social, and he said, we should talk about it, but what's the purpose of social? Why would I need it?
Most of the analysis that has been done over the enterprises, when they figured out how the enterprise, they connect to each other, and they make people collaborating with each other across the different devices and anywhere, anytime, the social is becoming a critical factor here. Think of it when you upload a document and you need to follow this document. Anyone changes this document, you can see the updates.
Right.
You can like, comment, add people as well to the conversation. This is a kind of something we expect all the enterprises will move towards.
So it's like an enterprise Facebook where the content you share is secured in the enterprise environment, but you can collaborate like you would collaborate on certain personal projects on Facebook.
You know what? The beautiful thing about Yammer is for free today. You can go and access Yammer. You can register at Yammer for free, yammer.com. It's our social in the enterprise hosted in Microsoft Cloud.
Right. But what about the phone? Can you have Yammer on the phone?
Absolutely. So we have Yammer as well on the phone across the different devices, iOS, iPad, and iPhone as well, Windows Phone. And so you can see how you can follow people and track people. The last two ones I'm going to finish with. This is Microsoft Link. And if you don't know Microsoft Link is Microsoft Unified Communication Solution. You see me saying Microsoft Unified Communication Solution, that's supposed to mean that we have just only one solution. It's called Link. We don't have 7 different applications to run unified communication. We believe unified communication can be completely run as a software in a virtual machine. And this is the luxury that you can have with Link. And Asad, you were asking me the other day, how many customers do we have in Kuwait now running Link? Worldwide, in the Fortune 500, we have 90% of that on Link.
Correct.
In Kuwait, for the last 16 months, we have deployed more than 40 customers today running Link. And some of these customers, actually, they are federating with each other. They are connecting with each other. Some of them, they are replacing completely their PBXs. Link can be their only IP telephony solution.
So what is Link? Why would I want Link? What is it for?
So if you think about it, this is the soft part of Link. I can see people here, and I can search for people within my enterprise. When I search for anyone, I can IM, I can call, I can have a video. You can see Link knows that I'm presenting because I'm sharing this on the projector. So it immediately switches my presence to presenting. Nobody can disturb me. I can switch to busy and so on. I can start a chat with Alex. Hi, Alex. Then I can escalate that to an IM, from an IM to a call. From a call even to a video conference, so we can have an immediate video conference. Imagine, from an IM to a call to a video conference, and you can see me here. And I need to see your beautiful face, Asad. Okay. Right, okay, so Asad is connecting as well from his machine. One of the things that you can see as well I'm doing is, here is Asad. We are connecting, by the way, over a 3G network here. This is just to show you how amazing you can go with the bandwidth utilization. And you can share as well. You can share a poll as an example. So I can say, what do you think? I can share my desktop, or I can share my PowerPoint presentations, Excel sheets, and so on, and we can work live on these. So if I share, as an example, a poll here, and we have multiple people, we can use this tool as a training tool, right, where people can access from different locations. They can definitely collaborate with each other. And once they collaborate with each other, one of the things that you can notice that they can immediately have a collaboration happening. So, and one of the things that you can have as well, so you can see me if I say good, Asad says bad, we can see the results right away live. And as I said, you can at any point of time record the results. Now, moving forward in this, I wanna end up with this one. And this is a very nice one. OneNote. Windows 8 is a touch-enabled machine, but we needed to make sure the touch is optimized across the Office application. Look into OneNote. This is our OneNote that I'm using. This is OneNote MX. You can install it from the store if you have Windows 8. And you know, in touch, I need to say, hi, right, I need to ensure the budgeting, right? When I do that, in the touch, you need to make sure that you change the font size and so on. So I can hover the mouse here, and immediately something appears here, A. If I click, it tells me what do you want. If I say color, if I go back, okay, font size.
So that experience across multiple devices. Now, Zaid, I'm going to cut you short because you're running out of time. But there was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right? There was a little announcement that happened yesterday regarding some feature on email.
Yeah, it's the so we have made two announcements the last 2 days. The first announcement that we have made that Outlook.com is out of review. So we have more than 60 million people actually moved to Outlook.com today, and you can move forward with that. We have made another announcement that is...
I want to save that one for later. Okay. So there's another announcement, and if you stick in our Productivity Stack sessions today, you're going to see something that's not been shown anywhere in the world before. Kuwait will be the first country we're going to show a new technology live. So don't miss our sessions because there's a lot to be covered. This is just a tip of the iceberg on what's new in Office. So come for the main sessions, it'll be fun. Show that video on Outlook, will you?
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way.
Then we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.
Get email that lets you share, organize, and stay up to date like never before.
Yes, okay. So I'll do the introduction again. I'm Mohammed Ala. I'm the Azure Solution Specialist in Middle East and Africa. And today I'll speak to you about our Windows Azure or our cloud solutions. So the first thing, before I start going there, I want to highlight with you why people are moving more into the public cloud domain for three main reasons. Time to market, flexibility, scalability, and cost. So time to market, think of this. If your application development team wants to fire up a couple of machines, virtual machines, to build some solutions, how long it will take them to do that? Time to market, flexibility and scalability. What if you want to replicate the whole production environment? If you have 20 servers, can you do that in your development lab? That's flexibility and scalability. And of course, cost and the economy of scale. That's why this is how the analysts see the distribution of the workloads with our enterprises worldwide. So we see that 32% of your workloads will remain in the traditional way. So this is more into the mainframe, the Unix servers kind of workloads. And then 40% will be in the private cloud, and 28% will be more into the public cloud. And this is by the year 2014. We believe that over the coming decade, so by the coming 10 years to 15 years, we will still be living in the hybrid cloud environment. That's why you will see that Microsoft is focusing in giving you the right tools, the right platforms to manage your hybrid cloud. So having that said, what are the main workloads that we see succeeding in the public cloud today? We see three main workloads. The first one is dev and test, okay? And you will see that there is 29% of the customers are already there doing their development and testing labs in the public cloud. And 25% are in the way of migrating the labs. 28%, they have plans to do that, and only 19%, they are not considering that for now. You see the second workload, the custom apps, and this is building the cloud services, the future applications. And finally, storage and DR, storage in the cloud. And we have great solutions there. That's why you see the analysts, they believe that year over year, we will see 70% growth of the public cloud business. And you will see over the coming 10 and 15 years that the percentages and the workloads are moving from the private cloud into the public cloud, and of course from the traditional more into the private and the public clouds. So having that said, what is Microsoft's story? Basically, we believe that we have the industry-leading offering when it comes to the cloud. Why is that? Because we are the only cloud vendor on earth that works with you both on-prem as well as in the public cloud, as well as with our hosters. So we will give you the complete cloud operating system story. And this is started by our Windows Server 2012, which is what we call our cloud OS. So this is the core of our private cloud solutions as well as public cloud solutions. And of course, System Center 2012, which I would say the management tool of the cloud. And I'll show you this in the demo. And then finally, our public cloud platform, which is Windows Azure. So having that said, I don't have much time, but I want to show you two main demos. The first one is a quick preview for the Windows Azure Management Portal. And the second demo is how we can use System Center to manage our hybrid cloud environment. So let's switch to the demo quickly. So now, I'm going to the management portal of Windows Azure. And by the way, today, you can go to www.windowsazure.com and have your own free trial account to do the same things that I will do right now. So Middle East, that's, sorry for that. And you will see that I'm using my Microsoft account, and this is done through Federation to access the management portal of Azure. And this will be possible for you as well. So you can use your own Active Directory accounts to access the management portal of Azure. So in this scenario, in this demo, I'll show you the scenario of a developer in the development team who wants to provision or build a virtual machine to start doing some development and testing work. And you'll see how long this will take him. So today, typically, if you want to do that, this will take you some time. You'll have to go to the operations team. You'll have to ask them to provision this VM. They will tell you it will take us a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and sometimes maybe a month. It happened with us with one of our customers. So you'll see here all of the components running in my account. This is a testing account, so it's a small one. I have only one virtual machine running, and I'll show you how I can create a new virtual machine. I have the option to create a quick one or to select from the gallery. And from the gallery, you will see templates of virtual machines for all of our products. So you see like BizTalk, SQL Server, you will see SharePoint coming in the future. All of Microsoft will be there as templates, different operating systems. You will see Linux as well. So this is not just Windows operating systems, different versions of Linux. And this is work in progress. So you will see even more versions and releases coming in the future. And then I need to put the virtual machine name, my extremely secure password, pass@word1. And then I'll have to select the size of the image. Right now we have starting from extra small to extra large. I'll just go for a medium, which is 3.5 GBs of memory. The password. So I didn't even write. Word 1. It's good. And then now I have the option either to just use the template, or if I have a VHD that I built on-prem and uploaded it to the cloud, I can start the virtual machine from there. And then I need to give a DNS name for this machine. Okay, so this is a unique name. And then I'll select where I can host this virtual machine. Because this is a demo account, I have only access to the Asian data centers, but in your case, you will have access to all of our data centers, the 8 data centers worldwide. So once I'm done, it will take some time to provision this machine. I can show you that I can connect to the currently available machine, and I'll be using the standard remote access desktop. To access my machine. And sometimes, by the way, I do this demo over 3G, and it works. So the performance is pretty good, but they refuse to do it here. I don't know why. So I'm logged into my machine running in the cloud. So that's it with the first demo. This is how fast you can build a virtual machine in the cloud in Windows Azure. The next demo is going to be a click-through demo where I will show you how you can manage your hybrid cloud, how you can move some workloads from your on-premise private cloud to Windows Azure. I have a SharePoint website, and I'm going to ping this SharePoint website, and I want you to look at the IP address. So the IP address here is 192.168.1.15, so it's a local IP address. And then I'll go to the app controller, and I'll see that my virtual machine, the virtual machine that is running SharePoint, is running in on-prem Hyper-V cluster. I'll go to the virtual machine and store it, which will shut down the virtual machine and have a copy of the VHD. And then now, once it's stored, I'll be ready to do the actual migration. So I'll click Migrate, and then when I click Migrate, I'll have multiple options. Right now, I have only one option, which is Windows Azure, because I have one account for Windows Azure. In the future, you'll be able to do this even with local hosters, as long as they provide the same interfaces. So I select Windows Azure, so I'm going to migrate to Windows Azure, and then I need to do some configuration. I need to configure my cloud services. So I'll put the cloud service name. So this is the same things that I provided in the Windows Azure Management Portal. I have to provide it here with some additional information. So I need to select the affinity group, because now this is an enterprise solution. So I can group my applications into different groups. And then I'll have to select this group, and I'll go to the next step, which is configuring the deployment itself, the network. So I need to select the virtual networks. You can have multiple virtual networks, and you can have site-to-site connectivity with Windows Azure, so that Windows Azure will be part of your own network. And then finally, I'll just upload the VHD that I stored using System Center. I'll select the VHD, configure the subnet in the network, click OK, and now I'm ready to deploy. Once I click deploy, of course, it should take some time, because it's going to upload the VHD into the cloud, provision the virtual machine in the cloud, and it will all depend on your internet connectivity, how fast is it and how reliable is it. And now, when we go back to the app controller, you will see that I have another instance, which is SharePoint, but now this is running in Windows Azure. So this is not running on-prem.
And if I pinged this server, you will see that I get a different IP. So it was 10.0.0.5, which is the subnet that I've chosen in Windows Azure. And then finally, when I refresh the website, I'm getting the new site running on Windows Azure. So this is how simple it is to manage your hybrid cloud using System Center 2012. With that, I'm done with my demo. Thank you very much for your time. If you're interested in Windows Azure, we have the first session in the Core I/O track about Windows Azure. Please come and join me, and I'll give you more details about Windows Azure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ale. Thank you, Zaid, Shaima, Michael, and Asad. This was the opening session. I hope you enjoyed it. We tried to do a lot of mix between different technologies and messages. I hope you enjoyed it. One last comment before I will leave you. The whole session since this morning and the 3 tracks are recorded within Facebook. So facebook.com/Microsoft Kuwait, one word. So you can retrieve it. You can share it with your colleagues. It's a live event since this morning. So facebook.com/Microsoft Kuwait, one word. You will find the whole opening session, and the 3 tracks completely will be available for you to retrieve and share it with your colleagues. Once again, thank you very much for joining us during this morning. I hope you will enjoy the rest of the event, and don't forget the 3 messages: transformation, lead within the transformation, and I'm sure with this all stories, Microsoft now, I hope you will agree with me that Microsoft has the right technologies. We will have a quick break, then we will go. You need to decide. I saw my colleagues are competing who will attend which track. We have the developers track, the productivity track, and the hypercloud track. Decide which one you need to invest your time with, and thank you very much. Thank you.